During these challenging times, what's really been helpful for me in not only these challenging moments, but all of my difficult times in my life is my faith. I've discovered I'm not the person that I was in my 20s, my 30s, my 40s. I've grown over the years, and so have many of you. I was on vacation in Europe last year. I was in Italy. I was on a boat. We were anchored offshore, and the captain of the boat was explaining to me why he had anchored in a certain location. And he was saying it was based on the direction of the wind and the swing or the pivot of the boat when it was anchored. When a boat uses or lowers its anchor, he wants the rope or the chain that's attached to the anchor to be long enough to reach the bottom of the ocean or the lake floor. And if it does, the anchor is gonna hold the boat in place so the wind don't blow or push the boat around, or the current pushes it into the rocks. Well, while he was talking, I was tripping because I suddenly realized that God was my anchor and my faith was my chain. I said in the intro that I wasn't who I was in my 20s, my 30s, and my 40s. Because see, back then, my faith was on a short rope. See, so my connection to God was let's just say limited. But back then though, I was in much shallower water. So sometimes my anchor could hold me in place when I used it. But whenever I didn't use my anchor, which was my connection to God, even in the little boat and the shallow water, sometimes I get tossed. I didn't even fell out the boat before and felt like I couldn't even get back up in it. Just like when you fall out your boat, you get deceived by the evil one who tries to make you think that you ain't gonna do nothing but fall out the boat again. And where was your anchor anyway? Well, to be truthful about it, I wasn't even using it. But the devil was making me think that the anchor didn't work no way. But it does. The only problem is you gotta stay connected to it. So what done happened, y'all, is as I've gotten older now, I've started to realize that the anchor, my God, always works. I just gotta stay connected to it. I gotta make sure that my rope and my chain is always attached. And the older you get, the more challenging life becomes, the deeper the water you find yourself in. You ain't in a lake or a river no more. You in deep water. You in the ocean. See, the ocean different. When that wind blow out there on that ocean, it ain't no lake or no river. The wind pick up in the ocean, in the deep water that you find yourself in, it creates some waves. It huge waves come up. It generates major storms. Hurricanes develop out over the ocean. That's where they develop, because they're out there in that deep water, man. It can get treacherous out here. See, the ocean is so powerful, it can turn over the biggest boat if it's not anchored. Now, to anchor out in deep water, your anchor has to get to the ocean floor to hold you steady in this deep water. Well, guess what? Then you need more chain. You need more faith, which is your chain that connects you to your anchor, which is God. So he can get to the bottom of things, so he can hold you safe, so he can hold you steady. That's what I learned while that man was telling me about an anchor on a boat out in Italy. He was really talking about my faith. So see, it don't matter what the situation is. It don't matter what the circumstance I'm in. It don't matter how deep the water get. My God, who is my anchor, always works. You have survived every storm this far. I see no reason why we won't survive this one either.
Thanks for watching this far. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.